Hello guys, my name is Kirumita Nathan and I'm going to talk about strategies to increase critical thinking skills in students. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking refers to the ability to analyze information objectively and make a reasoned judgment. It involves the evaluation of sources such as data, facts, observable phenomena, and research findings. Then, critical thinking is a skill which lets you consider things from a fresh perspective and different angles. It's an inventive thought process which results in surprising conclusions and new ways of doing things. Creative thinking can be aided by brainstorming and lateral thinking to generate ideas. Students develop capability in critical and creative thinking as they learn to generate and evaluate knowledge, clarify concepts and ideas, seek possibilities, consider alternatives, and solve problems. Critical and creative thinking involves students thinking broadly and deeply, using skills, behaviors, and dispositions such as reason, logic, resourcefulness, imagination, and innovation in all learning areas at school and in their lives beyond school. Thinking that is productive, purposeful, and international is at the center of effective learning. By applying a sequence of thinking skills, students develop an increasingly sophisticated understanding of the processes that can use whenever they encounter problems, unfamiliar information, and new ideas. In addition, the progressive development of knowledge about thinking and the practice of using thinking strategies can increase students' motivation for and management of their own learning. They become more confident and autonomous problem solvers and thinkers. Set up learning activities that allow students to explore their creativity in relevant, interesting, and worthwhile ways. Classroom example is fourth grade students are presented with a sample of rocks. They are devised tests to determine what kind of rocks they have based on the definition they have studied. Students find their own ways to determine differences in hardness, color, and shapes. Then value creativity and celebrate and reward it. Classroom example is third grade students are learning about polygons and to see if they know the concept, the teacher takes them outside and give each student a sidewalk chalk. Each student is the given task of drawing several examples of polygons on the driveway. Teach students the other skills they need to be creative. Classroom example is a second grade class is learning about the concept of freezing. The teacher asks one question to get them started. Does only water freeze? The students then design an experiment to determine what others freeze. The limit is that they can only use what they have in the classroom at the time. Techniques to encourage critical among students are begin with a question. Starting with a question is the most straightforward foray into the subject. What do you want to explore and discuss? It shouldn't be a question you can answer with a yes or a no. You want to develop essential questions here, ones that inspire a thirst of knowledge and problem solving. They will support the development of critical thinking skills beautifully. Secondly, speak with sketch through. We are inherently visual learners. It can be challenging to communicate an idea without words effectively. Nevertheless, the translating thoughts to picture from encourage critical thinking beautifully. It guides kids to think using a different mental skill set and is also a great way to get them truly invested in an idea. There are some resources on the teaching channel and Ruch Kashan's blog that you may find useful. Then do not always jump into help. It's too easy to always find a solution for a student who needs your help. Kindergartners especially will get very upset when they can't find their crayons or scissors. The easy way for a teacher to answer is, it's okay, you can borrow a pair of scissors from me. Instead of always readingly finding a solution for your student, try responding with, let's think about how we can find them. Then you can assist the student in figuring out the best possible solution for finding in their lost item. Promotional critical thinking into education examples are follow as a plan. Whatever subject you are teaching, it sociology or programming, encouraging your pupils to critically thinking should be one of your key priorities. Many teaching strategies were invented to help gain this valuable skill, but the one of the particularly comes from the model created by Duran, Limage, and Walk in 2006. It describes us what steps to take in order to successfully develop critical thinking skills in your student. Whatever subject you are teaching, be it sociology or programming, the connect different idea are connecting different ideas of key teaching critical thinking. For example, elementary school teachers can ask students if they know anyone who has to take a bus to work, and if so, why it will be important for that person to always have a train schedule. Questions like potential training instead helping them apply prior knowledge to new context. Brainstorming is a time-honored tradition in elementary education. Is an excellent learning tool. It's also an excellent critical thinking exercise, especially when paired with visual elements that bring original thinking and classroom discussion to life. Essential skills for critical thinking is identification, which is the first step in the critical thinking process, is to identify the situation or problem as well as the factors that may influence it. Once you have a clear picture of the situation and the people, groups, or factors that may be influenced, you can then begin to dive deeper into an issue and its potential solution. Then, research when comparing arguments about an issue. Independent research ability is key. Arguments are meant to be persuasive. That means the facts and figures presented in their favor might be lacking in context or come from questionable sources. The best way to combat this is independent verification. Find the source of information and evaluate. Determining relevance. One of the most challenging parts of thinking critically during a challenging scenario is figuring out what information is the most important for your consideration. In many scenarios, you will be presented with the information that may seem important, but it may pan out to be only a minor data point to consider. Type of instrument to test creative part among students is test instrument development process of HOTS. The test instrument development to measure high order thinking skill passes through a series of development phases of formative research type of preliminary self-evaluation, prototyping to field test so as to produce a product. The preliminary phase is the initial phase or preliminary development process. At this phase, the researcher collects reference about the test instrument to measure the high-order thinking skill. Bloom's taxonomic theory explains that high-order thinking skill is classified into three cognitive domains: analyzing, evaluating, and creating. In addition, it determines the place of research trials. The next phase is self-evaluation. At this phase, the researcher conducts a curriculum analyzing, students analysis, material analysis, and designs and development test instrument to measure high-order thinking skills such as grids, test question, answer keys, and assessment guides, as well as other researchers' instruments. Then the result of the development of high-level thinking skills tools are consulted with supervisors so as to produce prototype 1. The next phase is prototyping phase, which includes assessment by expert, one-to-one, and small group. The developed test instrument is validated by the validator. The assessment results from the validator are then tested to the 3 students one-to-one. It is intended to know the reliability of the questions and students' assessment on the test instrument of a high-order thinking skill. The result of the assessment in prototype 2, then prototype 2 was tested on 6 students small group. The result from the small group are then used to revise prototype 2, which will produce prototype 3. Prototype 3 will then be used in field trials, field test. Every one of us will have a one SWOT for ourselves, which is strength, weakness, confidence, threats. So the strength is excellent at budgeting, communication learned from doing presentation, interpersonal skills, writing skills, and weakness, lack of direct work experience, confident not existing network opportunity, may have start to entry level, threats, economic outlook, not selling skills to possible expectation, experience does not match expected role, may have to start in entry level role.